What is the Thousand Islands Watershed Land Trust?
We're a non-governmental, non-profit charitable organization.
Okay.
So we're a local registered charity. We work out of the Athens area.
Okay.
And we're a conservation group, ultimately.
Okay.
We have two main branches to our work. The first is direct action conservation, whereby we are donated property very often, and for the exceptional properties, we purchase them.
Okay.
And these are properties in the area, broadly in the watershed of Thousand Islands, that are ecologically significant in one way or another, or often in many ways.
Okay.
And by virtue of being the landholder, we can protect them for all that natural value that they have. So a lot of the time we're approached by individuals who own an acreage or something like that, and love the property, have conserved it within their family their whole life, and really want to see that last in perpetuity. And that's what TIWLT does.
Okay.
That's the main arm of our work is our conservation program. We've put about 6,500 acres of property into protection in the area through that.
Time is the most valuable thing any of us have, and you've chosen to give your time to help the Watershed Land Trust do its job. Mm-hmm. Why did you choose the Watershed Land Trust?
Well, I'm a recent arrival. I moved to this area 10 years ago when I married. And I was immediately struck by just the incredible diversity of the trees. I come from Quebec, and
which part of Quebec?
I come from Montreal.
Okay.
And we had a cottage up in the Laurentians. The Laurentians are a beautiful area, but it's very, very different from here in the Thousand Islands. I mean, the diversity of trees, the bird life. I just found it a very overwhelming place to be. So I wanted to reach out and find out some way that I could protect this area, some way I could get to know people. And I had a friend actually who was donating land to the Thousand Islands Watershed Land Trust, and through her I learned about their activities. I'm also we also have a cottage on Red Horse Lake, and Red Horse Lake is part of the Land Trust area, and in fact we've just had Calder will probably tell you, we just have a marvelous new donation or a purchase actually to the Thousand Islands Watershed Land Trust in the Red Horse Lake area. So all of these things sort of contrive to make me think I want to get involved here. I want to make sure that I'm doing what I can to protect this area. And I also was very aware of sort of the creeping development that was north of us. When I think of the Kawarthas or the Muskoka area, I did not want the area that I've chosen to live in to turn out like that. I didn't want to see, development around every lake sort of covered with cottages, and so it was all sort of part of that interest in being involved with a local group, protecting the land that I love, and investing my time and energy.
When people think conservation and they think about land going into a conservancy, they think that means it's no longer available to access. So I want you to talk about how you balance conservation versus enabling access.
Most of our properties are not open to the public because there is this need for nature to have space to thrive and to grow and to adapt, and all the buzzwords, I guess. And I think there's great value in having natural areas that are sort of nature for the sake of nature. However, we have in the past 4 or 5 years or so, we've really been expanding our ideas of public access. We've started running some nature hikes. In fact, it was one of the first things I did when I joined the Land Trust as a summer student was start running some public hikes around on our conserved properties. We've been doing a lot of public access work and nature education work, which is really the second arm of our organization. Up at one of our properties east of Athens, the Glen Elbe Learning Center, which is sort of our front-facing property. It's 111 acres of conservation land. Our head office is there. We've renovated. There's a lot to say. It's an historic property. It's got a ton of conservation land, and that's a place that has a trail. We regularly bring in school groups and folks from the community to see and experience the ecosystem.